So, hi everyone, a very good morning to all of you. It is such a pleasure to connect to all of you in the morning every day in the daily transform session. Just give me a thumbs up if you're able to hear me and see me in the comments so that I get to know that you are all good morning, Anshita, Jansi, everyone. Very good. It is such a pleasure to see you all in the morning and see you all charged up and you see you all, happy to go ahead and make a wonderful day ahead. So today we'll have a very small transform session where I'll ask you only a few questions. Okay. First question I wanted to ask you all today is, are you working or are you doing things for validation or are you doing things for your own fulfillment? Let me explain. Are you doing things that you're doing to validate in the eyes of others or are you doing things for your own fulfillment? Now, this is something that I want you to type in your comments box and tell me what is it that is driving you and take a pause before you answer. Many times I have seen we start the journey of medical career or becoming a doctor because we want to do something about it. It's for our own fulfillment. But the problem is, in between, subconsciously, we start chasing validation that, okay, whatever am I doing, is it correct or not? The branch that I'm pursuing, is it a good branch or not? The mobile app that I'm using, is it a good or not? The course that I'm doing, is it good or not? And we start seeking validation externally. Externally means that you are studying as to the best of your ability, and then somebody says you're not enough, or you start feeling that everybody else is ahead. But your goal is not about everybody, your goal is about yourself, and you start getting confused. And or you like I met a student who said that, sir, I want to do ENT, but everybody is saying ki ENT is not a good branch. So, like, boss, everybody is not going to pursue it, you are going to pursue it. And yesterday I got his message after 6 years. He says, sir, I'm happy doing whatever I'm doing because I did from my heart, and you were the only person who told me to follow my heart. 6 years later, So what I've learned is, when you start looking at external validation, now the problem becomes is that you are giving the remote control of your life in other people's hand. Okay. And the problem is that uh, external voices will always be louder than your inner voice would always be very soft. Your heart will speak in whispers, but the other people around you will be loud and shouting and say, boss, ये नहीं, ऐसे नहीं, ये नहीं करना चाहिए, ये ब्रांच मत फॉलो करो, ऐसे मत पढ़ो, ऐसे पढ़ने से तो रैंक नहीं आता, वैसे करो, ऐसे. And you're, although you were studying well, you spoil it all because of the noise around. So that is the purpose that I wanted to talk to you today. And I am today going to tell you a very important thing that has worked for me in my own life also. Many times, people would come to me and say, boss, as an entrepreneur, what are you targeting? What is your, if you have seen Shark Tank, I've been an entrepreneur for last 25 years. Even before being an entrepreneur was sexy, I was an entrepreneur. This all the startup things started happening in India a few years back, and I started being an entrepreneur, like, to, after my MBBS 25 years back, when it was actually looked down upon. And so a lot of people would ask these things like, how do you grade yourself? What is this? And I'm like, boss, I'm happy doing what I'm doing. And to me, that is the most important validation, that, my own. And that has worked out for me, that it kept me, going onwards, because I was not seeking any validation based on any parameters that the world has decided. My parameter is my children love me and I'm happy to do that. So it's like there's a very thin line between this and the once you learn that line, life becomes easy. Life becomes easy. Otherwise, I am telling you today, when I was your age, we did not, after school, we could not follow up with all the school people. After college, we could not follow up with any of the college guys. And but suddenly in the year 2020s and all, WhatsApp came. I'm sure you understand. WhatsApp came, and now you're connected to everybody else from school, from college. You are now connected, and everybody has an opinion. But there are people whose opinion never mattered in the college times. Okay, they were not, there were people in school, college who were not happy to meet you. I'm sure you know this. By now you're all adult enough. They were not happy to meet you. They were not happy for your wins or loses. You did not matter to them at that time, or you do not matter to them at this time. But the problem is when you start paying heed to the opinions of people who don't care about you, you are, creating a problem for yourself. So I follow a formula. Most important thing for me is my inner voice. What do I want out of life? And as soon as I see that, okay, this is what I want, it may be different from what people may want. Some people may say, boss, tum ye karo, wo karo. I'm okay with what I'm doing. Okay with what I'm doing. Okay. So if I'm happy doing what I'm doing, I let go. If I'm not happy doing what they say doing, I may, actually withdraw also. So my suggestion to you is, and today my suggestion to you is that your life is far more complicated than my life, just because of, you've been born sometime, some years later, the life changed a lot, and now you're so much exposed to noise all around. You have a WhatsApp group, you have a college group, you have so many things, and somebody or someone is saying something all the time to you, or expressing opinions, and it will continue now when you grow up also. Now when you would have children, then you will have, somebody will say bacche ko aise palo, aise karo, ye karo. It will not be easy. It's a shit out there. My suggestion to you is very simple. Listen to your heart. That is all that matters. That is all that matters. Listen to your heart and evaluate whatever you're doing with your own benchmarks. My question to you is that if you are following DVT right now, then this very important question, and you have attended it, you've seen 30 teachers, all postgraduates, MDs, and in DAMS, to become a teacher is a very difficult process. You have to go through me. So, for future aspirants, I want you to know when you want to become a teacher now, you have to be like present to me. So it's very difficult process, and we go through a lot of process of seeing what goes on, what not goes on. So when these people who are going through this tough process of becoming a teacher, then they have been teaching for decades, 30 teachers, they have created DVT. Okay. And it was delivered in 7 days. You can do it in 7 days. And your inner voice tells you, okay, boss, sahi keh raha hai ye aadmi, ye mujhe karna chahiye. Do you agree? But every day morning when I come, I see in the chat box, people will say, कि सर करें कि ना करें, सर करें कि ना करें, सर ये काफी है कि नहीं है. अरे बॉस, नहीं तो फिर और क्या करेगा? मतलब you do you see there is nothing else in the country which would be done by 30 teachers, 7 day, comes with a filled up book, and it has been known to have a legacy of the highest strike rate. I'm, मेरे को लगता है you just go back and see this. So is that understandable? DVT has to be done twice. Whatever the noise around the you says, उसको छोड़ दे, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा, वो बोलते रहेंगे, छोड़ दे उसको. अपनी एक बार अपने आप से इवेलुएट कर, हाँ ठीक लग रहा है यार, ठीक है, इतने लोग कर रहे हैं, सब के सब अपने अपने ब्रांच में बढ़िया क्वालिफाइड हैं, ये बता रहे हैं, और बहुत साल से बता रहे हैं, तो एक बार फॉलो कर लेते हैं. ओके, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ट्रस्ट. So it is very important that when you start trusting your inner instinct, you make better decisions. Whenever you are trusting outside world, you start making poorer decisions. And outside world, somebody who's advising you might have a vested interest, and they might just confuse you, or they might not care, only they might just be passing a comment. Okay, so that is one of my request. Second of my request today is, okay, never feel pressure to become someone that you don't want to become. Okay, are you, please try to understand. Don't feel the pressure because you feel that the world will not like it. Like, I'll give you an example. I like when I told you of this ENT student 6 years back. He wanted to do ENT. He came to me specifically from, took a flight, came to me, says, sir आपसे बात करना. मैं बोल क्या कहता है, कहता सर मुझे ENT करना. मैंने क्यों? मैंने कहा सर मेरे को बहुत पसंद है सर. मैंने कहा अच्छा, आर यू श्योर? तो बातों में तो नहीं आ रहा? कहना नहीं सर, मैं पूरा श्योर हूँ, मैंने पूरा इंटर्नशिप में बहुत एंजॉय किया था. आई लव ENT, दिस इज व्हाट आई वांट टू डू. And sir, because at my rank, which is a good rank, I can get other branches. And every person is telling me कि तू कुछ और कर ले. क्यों फंसता है? नहीं, ही सेड कि सर लेकिन मुझे ये करना है और मैं चाहता हूँ आप बताओ कि क्या करूँ? मैंने कहा इफ यू आर क्लियर हू एम आई टू टेल यू? इफ यू आर क्लियर हु एम आई टू टेल यू? इफ यू लव समथिंग गो अहेड एंड डू इट यार। गलती भी होगी तो कोई बात नहीं, अपनी मन की होगी ना, वी विल हैव नो रिग्रेट्स, गो अहेड एंड डू इट। And 6 years later, I'm so happy. Yesterday, he sent me a message, and I posted something on Instagram, and he sent me a message after that. Sir, I still remember that you were the only one person who told me to follow my heart, and now I'm very happy pursuing whatever I'm pursuing right now. It's like very heartwarming to see this, and this is like the most important thing. The most important thing. You today after this session, I would request you take a blank copy or first page of your diary and write down that this is what I would be doing here onwards in this 45 days, or this is what my revision resources would be. This is what I would be following, and I will not listen to the external voices. I'll just follow what I'm doing. Then you will write, this is what I want to become, this is what I want out of my life. And it may be right or wrong. It's okay. Your life, your timelines, your journey. Just go ahead and do it. Because in the end, the life that you're building is yours. Okay. And it is very important. And I'm sure with the things that you have seen as a kid, you've seen, pandemic, you've seen air crashes. You're not supposed to see all this at this age. You've seen it. At least now you know how fragile the life is, and it is yours. At least we make sure that my life is aligned with who you are, not what the world wants you to be. Do you agree or not? You want to be what you are, but not what the world wants you to be, because it is your life and we know, how precious this is. So let your inner voice guide your decisions. Do not let the FOMO affect your decisions. ये FOMO बिल्कुल मुश्किल कर देगा. I've met students who have come to me in the last 2 months and said, सर मैंने ना ये रिसोर्स कर लिया, मुझे बचपन से पता था, मेरे भाई भी डैम्स में पढ़ा था, मुझे पता था मुझे आपके पास आना है, पर मेरे को मेरे सब दोस्तों ने बोला ये कर ले, एंड आई सब मेरे 2 साल खराब हो गए, 3 साल खराब हो गए, मैं आपकी बात नहीं सुन पाया. I said यार मैं सही या गलत हूँ ये मुझे नहीं पता, लेकिन मुझे ये पता है कि don't make decisions based on what FOMO is causing you. Otherwise, what will happen is you will have so much noise around you. It just kills the logic. It kills the logic. It just kills the logic. And that is my mantra for today. Unfortunately, Dr. Deepthi will not be able to join today. So I thought I'll keep it very crisp today, very sharp. And my thought is, and whatever I say, I walk the talk. मेरा जिंदगी जैसा मैं बात कर रहा हूँ वैसे ही चलता है. मैंने I've never let anybody else's opinion determine what I'm going to do. I'll give you a small example. When I started live classes on the app, this was the time when everybody was starting recorded classes and they were still on recorded. I was the only person on live because I believe that live interaction gives you the power to connect to children. And 5 years post COVID, I'm still the only platform running the entire syllabus live twice a year in the Ultimate Live course, because I follow what I believe. And so it may work out, may not, it win, those is okay, but I have no regrets. My suggestion to you is, and my like you will see people would be saying AI is good, AI is bad, but now you see on your app AI is giving you summary of each lecture on your app, and we have updated the back to basics lectures, and we have updating it in the next 5 6 days. All the lectures will be updated. Once the lectures are updated, the Cortex AI will crawl the new lectures also in a period of few days, and some lectures are on the process. You will have the Cortex AI working. And so if you now see, what I'm trying to tell you is that if I keep listening to everyone else, I will be forced to become what they are becoming. Is that not, that's not for me. That's not for me. And it is not for you as well. It is not for you as well. क्या आप क्या आप मेरी ये बात को मान के, can you just follow this one suggestion for your life? Do what you want to do यार. जो तेरे मन में आता है, जो तू करना चाहता है, वो कर ले यार. पता ही नहीं यार जिंदगी कितनी है. कर डाल यार, कर डाल, जो करना चाहता है कर ले. अगर भाई लगता है ईएनटी करनी, ईएनटी करते हैं. And I was a few days back talking to Sachin also, and he joined psychiatry. He was our student earlier, and he joined psychiatry. And before joining psychiatry, he asked me, "Boss, मैं करूँ कैसे करूँ?" He was our student, and now he's our teacher. So एंड आई सेड कि देख साइकियाट्री ना अपकमिंग ब्रांच है। तो कहता है कि सर आपने तो रेडियोलॉजी की है। मैंने कहा नहीं यार, रेडियोलॉजी नहीं करता तो अगला मैं भी साइकियाट्री सोचता हूँ सेकंड नंबर पे। आई लव हाउ people think it is one of the things that I love, and I might have gone for it. It's a good branch and it will come up. Considering the crowd, the noise, the mental health goes for a toss, you go ahead and do it. And a decade later, and more than a decade now, I was talking to Dr. Sachin a few days back. He said, "Sir, sahi kiya decision." Sir, sahi kiya decision? I am loving what I'm doing. So, do you agree that the thought is not about me, it is about you? When you talking to me or a mentor, you're trying to understand your own self. Okay, so that is my request is that whenever you're talking to us, also try to speak out. In that speaking out, you will find what you truly want, which is hidden by the noise around it. है ना, इतना सारा नॉइज रहता है ना, तो सब छुप जाता है। एक बार बोलते हैं अपने टीचर के पास खुल के, I'm giving you a safe space. Today maybe, on my Instagram or my, Telegram group, wherever you want to talk about it, say it out यार। एक बार कोई देख नहीं रहा, देख भी रहा तो छोड़ना यार, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, बोल डाल जो तेरे को बोलना बोल डाल। So that gives you the space. And when we are speaking in a safe space to a mentor, it tells us also what we want. अपने को भी पता चलता है। So now let's take a query. एक बच्चा है जो बार बार कर रहा है, सर यूपीएससी के लिए क्या करना है? यूपीएससी सीएमएस is a clinical predominant paper. Okay, so I would suggest that use the obs gynae, PSM. These are two most important subjects in UPSC CMS: medicine, surgery, pedia. These lectures from your back to basics. If you don't have enough time because the paper is nearer, use the Cortex AI notes and see only the golden points. Plus, there is my I'll also take your thought process of I might do something for you also. So let me just go back and absorb it. Yes, you have asked a question about UPSC CMS. Let me see if I can do something for you. It is a very clinical paper. Your DAMS notes of your clinical subject should be revised. That is the critical part of UPSC CMS. It's just clinical. And it's a very good paper. And I feel even if you don't want to go ahead and do it, it is a good idea to give an exam for everybody else also. It gives a good practice of all the clinical subjects. Okay. And I wish you all the best for today and keep rocking. Have a productive day ahead. Keep reminding yourself, अपना टाइम आएगा नहीं, अपन खुद लाएगा। और अपना टाइम होगा क्या? This is very important line that I'm adding today. अपना टाइम होगा क्या, वो भी आप ही बताएंगे, वो भी मैं ही बताऊंगा। Do you agree or not? अपना टाइम की डेफिनेशन भी अपनी। एक ही जिंदगी है, साला पता नहीं कितनी है कि नहीं, लेकिन जिंदगी जिएंगे अपनी टर्म्स पे। डू यू एग्री और नॉट? गिव मी अ थम्स अप इन द कमेंट बॉक्स एंड टेल मी अपना टाइम अपन खुद लाएगा और अपना टाइम क्या होगा वो भी अपन बताएगा। आई विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट, कीप रॉकिंग, सी यू अगेन टुमारो 10 AM इन द डेली ट्रांसफॉर्म सेशन।